This is myAudioBits, the world of audiobook library.
This is myAudioBits, the novel Rise in Love, written by Siddharth Roy, narrated by Vysakh Dilipkumar. Acknowledgements. Well, words are less to say thank the people who made this possible. But I would like to thank my parents, who always supported me without any expectations. Thanks to Apnet ma'am for dealing with my grammar. Thanks to my teachers and friends for making this possible. And thank you to all the readers who will determine the success of this book. Prologue. A musty, nostalgic scent was lingering in the air of Mumbai. When you breathe it in, you do not want to leave the city, now or ever. Adhira felt it at that moment, standing alone at the Bandra promenade. The July monsoons that ravaged the city every year has been kinder this year, yet the sea showed its anger as its rain-soaked waves hit the bandstand walls furiously. All Adhira could hear at that moment was the sound of the waves and her heartbeat. Adhira looked at the setting sun with burning orange flames of fire across the horizon and wondered if anything in the world could measure up to this. The large trawlers and small boats with the weary fishermen heading home after a hard day's work in the deep waters of the Arabian Sea reminded her of how far her life had come in the past 1.5 years. Finally, that day had come when she would take her first steps to fulfill her dream of becoming a successful fashion designer just like her mother. She remembered vaguely standing in front of the full-length mirror in her mother's boutique as a 7-year-old and posing in fabrics draped around her haphazardly by the indulgent staff. She still remembered the feel and touch of the fabrics, from satiny silks to royal brocades to sheer muslins and flowing chiffons. She knew then as she did now that she wanted to be surrounded by fabrics all her life. This goal had seemed unachievable a few months back, yet here she was, standing on the anvil of a new future, ready to enroll in the prestigious Massachusetts School of Designing. The uncontrollable past had wrecked her fragile teenage mind to a point of no return. As the waves hit the silent rocks, she looked back and saw a girl with everything from intelligence to good looks to loving parents turn into a ball of self-doubt, low esteem, and self-loathing. Emerging from a traumatic past, here she was at the precipice of a new dawn. Taking a deep breath, Adhira soaked in as much of the surrounding as she could. This was what she was going to miss the most about Mumbai, the unpredictable rains that had become a part of the lives of the people of this city which never stopped moving, rain or not. No place in the world could be home, and home would always be this city. The breeze was playing games with her just shampooed, lovely waist-length tresses, trying to appease her not to leave this city where dreams came true and sometimes crashed in bits by the seaside. Adhira had proved her name correct. She was strong, and although the reasons to stay back were more compelling, yet she had to go to fulfill her dreams, her mother's dreams, Anya's wish, and Abhi's desire to see her rise in love. Suddenly, her iPhone buzzed and Dad flashed on the screen. She picked up the call and said, "I'm coming, Papa." As she turned around, she thought of the two men who had made this day possible. One was the man who had loved her even before she had entered the world, and the other who had loved her when she was the hardest
Sample complete. Ready to continue?